Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the current rank 1 in the world team by Snots. Congrats to you. I think they also hit rank 1 in the world last season with the exact same team. Of course, Lanturn kinda got nerfed. I am not too sure if they're running Water Gun on Lanturn. I'm also not too sure if they're running Crunch on the Greedent. Both of them could definitely work out as well. For Greedent, I feel like Trailblaze definitely does make some sense. You have a lead that is very good against like those water and ground type Pokemon, so baiting them out with Trailblaze as well here in the Greedent might make some sense. Anyway, we're going to have here in the back, of course, the Lanturn could be a Water Gun Lanturn. I'm decided to go for Spark Lanturn because I feel like it's a little bit, I know, better against like Pokemon like Skarmory, which is definitely a little bit of an issue. Skarmory in the lead especially can be a little bit tricky, and so I could actually see that Crunch is the way to go. I think I maybe even showcased the team before, and I think it was Crunch on Greedent, but it doesn't really matter anyway. We're going to see here Charjabug as a Pokemon against us. We can go for the Dragon Claw with our Shadow Dragonite. I actually built a new Shadow Dragonite just for this team because mine is a little bit better than the one that I had before, and the first opponent decides to forfeit. Skeleton lead for the next opponent here. That's going to be kind of great for us because we have some nice fast move pressure, and I actually can just go for the Dragon Claw, try to get maybe the shield from the opponent, which I will be able to do, and I can swap out here into my Greedent. Why did I decide to swap out here? Because Shadow Ball is going to be double resisted and Disarming Voice doesn't really do a lot of damage, and I should be kind of in a position where I might even be able to bait them out, or like bait into the final Pokemon of them, and we're going to have here, or like the second to last Pokemon actually, they didn't reveal their other Pokemon yet, and we're going to see here the Azumarill, where we can actually retaliate them with the Trailblaze. Trailblaze is going to be able to do some super effective damage while boosting our attack, which is quite cool. As you can see here, we can even still reach another charge move with our Greedent. Greedent, as it says up here, kind of spicy. Don't see this Pokemon too often, sadly just barely missing out on the knockout, but we can take that Ice Beam that's very likely coming through here with our Lanturn, as we will see the opponent swapping into, let's find out, is going to be that water and ground type Pokemon of Whiscash. So basically everything is now on our Dragonite. Very likely this is going to be just a Mud Bomb bait, exactly. But you still cannot be forced to use a shield there. They're gonna go back into the Skeledirge. I'm kind of forced to go for a charge move here as well with my Dragonite, but we're still in a great spot as we still have another Dragon Claw stored, which we can now fire off against the opponent's Whiscash. This is going to be able to get the shield from the opponent, as you're gonna see here as well. We can use a shield against them. Even if they knock me out, I still should be fine with my Lanturn in the back. We would still be able to go for another charge move. We also would be able to still survive a Mud Bomb, and so we can win this battle. Let's move on to the third battle of this video. We're going to have a Lanturn in the lead. Let's see if it's Water Gun or Spark. We will never find out as they swap out into the Wigglytuff. One thing that I have to say, which really hurts this team here, especially today, the amount of charm users that I encountered was absolutely wild. Like, honestly, I don't think this was like really representing the meta itself, but maybe I'm wrong, maybe just everything shifted toward charm. But I think in half of the battles I played so far with this team, I had a charm user against me. And if you take a look at the team, we don't really have a hard answer to it, and we just have one Pokemon that's completely getting obliterated by any charm user. So it is quite difficult to deal with this Pokemon. So I have to say that's definitely a little bit trickier to deal with Charmers. Of course, it's still kind of okay with the backline, like Greedent is still fine. The Lanturn is still fine, but there's like no hard answer to them, which is kind of a little bit annoying when you have something like a Dragonite in the lead, where you really need to have something to deal with Charm Pokemon. Anyway, the opponent can go for a Thunderbolt against our own Lanturn. We're still going to be in a decent spot here, as we can reach out for the next Thunderbolt as well. Just have to hope that there's not going to be another Charmer lurking in the back. I don't know if you actually saw the Pokemon already that they had. We can decide to just let the move go through. I can... Oh, it's another Charmer. That's great. Lanturn double Charm apparently. Okay, next opponent. We're going to have the Shadow variant of Sableye in the lead. For me, I think the best play here is to just go for the full farm down. I think I would be able to win the CMPita in the lead, but they would be able to always get a shield advantage because I would not knock them out with a Dragon Claw. But what you can do is just go for the full Dragon Breath down and get 2 charge moves worth of energy. In comes the Bastion, which kind of tells me that there's very likely a Shadow Victory Bell lurking in the back, as this is going to be very likely a Toxic team, which actually is kind of an interesting one. Like a triple Shadow Toxic team would be something I kind of want to showcase as well. So if you want to see that, then let me know in the comment section. But anyway, we're going to see here the Victory Bell. I'm known for my toxic teams as well now, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, Victory Bell coming in. We can go for that body slam spam here, as this is going to be able to get the final shield of the opponent, which I didn't even expect. But this is going to be great because we can still align our Dragonite, we win the CMP tie, and we can just go for the back-to-back Dragon Claw against the opponent. As the opponent's Bastion already got a little bit lower, we should be able to just win kind of easily with the Pokemon that we have in the back here with our Lanturn, and so this Dragon Claw is going to be able to knock them out, and we can swap out into the Lanturn. While one surf is most likely not going to be enough to knock them out, and also not really great fast move timing by me, I still should be kind of fine here, as we can easily take a Stone Edge from the opponent. And as we're now only 2 fast moves away from getting to a charge move, I'm definitely going to outspeed the opponent here as well, as they always need at least 2 fast moves to get to another charge move with the Bastion, so we can win this battle. Next opponent. This is kind of the thing that I don't really enjoy with Dragonite. Dragonite is just too squishy here. Maybe there is like a bullet point that I could have hit against Shadow Dragonite. Like, it's kind of annoying that you don't even get to a charge move there, which is just really difficult for us now to deal with, because now we are so far behind, and they're going to have a Mantine, and they're going to have another answer to our Lanturn, so I decided to just forfeit. Again, a very difficult opponent here. We're going to have a Charmer in the lead that is also going to be able to beat Lanturn. And so Whimsicott is actually a Pokemon that I kind of want to take a look at as well. I might steal a team from someone there as well, because I saw someone using a team that was quite interesting as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. Anyway, we're going to see here as well that we can still go for a Trailblaze against the opponent's Lanturn, which is kind of cool, as it's going to do some super effective damage. I can even go for another Body Slam here, just trying to stall the clock, to be fair, as I kind of want to keep my Greedent alive for that Whimsicott. We will be able to just let the move go through. Surf is going to connect here, and we can swap out into our own Lanturn. We resist the fast move from the opponent while still doing some neutral damage against them. They can still get to the Thunderbolt though, which is doing some massive damage against us, as now in comes again that Whimsicott. I decided to go for the Surf spam. I'm trying to reach another one in time before they can go for another one, but honestly I did expect that this would do more damage against the Whimsicott, but I was kind of wrong with that, as Surf is going to now get a little bit more damage onto them and kind of puts them into a Dragon Breath at downrange, which is kind of cool, but again, the opponent is still going to have 2 shields left, so we are in a tough spot. We are definitely in a tough spot here. I'm forced to let the move go through. It is going to be that Seed Bomb. Maybe I could have tried to catch the move on my Dragonite, but they're going to have in the back a Greninja. That is not something that I expected at all, but it's going to be okay because we can take a Night Slash, and we should be able to farm them down in time here before they can go for 3 charge moves, as they can still reach to the second one here. Night Slash is going to get the boost. It doesn't matter, and we can actually farm down that Whimsicott with our Shadow Dragonite. Very unlikely game to win, but I still gonna take it. And this is going to be, I think, the reason why I think they are running Crunch on the Greedent. It's going to be the Skarmory matchup, because Skarmory, you just have a very bad matchup with your Greedent if you just swap into it. Here I decided to try to get like a shield from the opponent or get some damage. I would have actually rather taken the damage from them, just because then the matchup for Greedent would be a little bit easier to deal with. But they decided to go for a Sky Attack and stay in here for a little bit, as I can decide to go for a shield, I think. No, actually let the move go through. It's going to be another Sky Attack. And they actually swap onto the Goodra, which is kind of good for me, because like this, I can go for the Body Slam spam, and I should put them into a range where I can Dragon Breath them down with my own Dragonite, as 2 Body Slams gonna put them below half health. They got some energy here though, so they might get to another charge move in time, which they actually don't. And so the opponent is gonna swap into this Skarmory, and they are locked into this matchup. And this is just perfect for us, because now I can use a shield on a Brave Bird and just farm them all the way down and get a ton of energy. So even if they're going to have a Mud Boy in the back, I still will be able to do a ton of damage with Surf, and also kinda, turn on the switch clock. But actually they're going to have their own Lanturn in the back, and so we will still be able to just go for the Thunderbolt, get the shield from the opponent, and this is looking very good for us. I think that's going to be quite an easy win because of all the energy that we are able to store up before. And so I will be able to just let the move go through here most likely. Even with the Thunderbolt, we should be fine. It is a Surf, and so this is game over for the opponent. Thunderbolt is going to connect. We're going to put them into farm down range with this, and they decide to forfeit now anyway, and so we can move on to the next opponent. Next opponent coming through here, we're going to see a Goodra in the lead. This is going to be, again, kind of similar to the matchup that we saw before this time around, though we can still get to a charge move compared to what we did with that Dragonair. What I have to say though, this is going to be, what you see here today are the 2 sets that I play, like I basically did play 3 sets with this team. The first set I went 0-5. I went 0-5 with this team, I'm honest about this, and it's not because of the team itself, it just was because I got completely hardwalled every single battle. Like I had basically only Charmers in the lead, or Alolan Sandslash, or Skarmory, I think it was. So I think I had like 3 Charmers, and Alolan Sandslash, and the Skarmory, and got completely hardwalled with the backline as well. Like the first set that I did was like 10 minutes long or whatever, because it just got completely destroyed every single battle just based on team comp. And I didn't really see the point of showing this, because yeah, you can get completely hardwalled by the team. And there are a lot of teams, like not a lot of teams, but like some teams that are running Charm plus, or like Charm and Steel in lead, plus Annihilate Say-Swap, which happened to me basically 5 times in a row in the first set, where I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, basically, I kind of want to be honest with that. I got an 0-5 in the first set, but then I got like 2 positive sets back to back, which you're going to see here right now, of course, as well. We have 10 medals here total. There's nothing cut out of the second and third battle or like set there, but yeah, I don't really see the point of showcasing me getting completely destroyed by team compositions in the first set as well. But I kind of want to be honest about this, because I feel like honesty is always kind of a good thing, right? Like, I don't really want to tell you anything on this channel here that is not true. Anyway, also, if you enjoy this type of video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I know that some people don't really like me saying this, but it is kind of important for the channel as well, and it really helps out the channel, as they gonna sadly go down to that Goodra. Next opponent, we're going to see a Gligar in the lead. That's going to be quite a neutral lead for us, and this is kind of the thing that I don't really like about Dragonite in the current meta. Dragonite is cool, Shadow Dragonite is cool, it's always very good against me, but against any normal player usually, like they're all running kind of something very bulky. And against very bulky Pokemon that are very spammy, Dragonite kind of sucks, to be fair. Like, Dragonite is actually not really that good against Gligar, it's not really that good against like all of those very fast charging, very bulky Pokemon that are kind of common, sadly. And so, yeah, that's kind of one reason why I don't really like Dragonite too much. I think Dragonair is a little bit better, because you just have a little bit more bulk. But, yeah, here we're going to see that we're not going to be even able to knock them out there, which is kind of hilarious. But in comes the Feraligatr, and I was thinking, do I go for the Trailblaze, do I go for the Body Slam Spam? But if I go for Body Slam Spam, I can go for 2 Body Slams before they reach their next charge move. I think this is going to be the better play. Looks like it's going to be a 2-shot anyway. And I think that's going to be definitely a good one for me. I thought of swapping on to my Lanturn if they use a shield, but they didn't use a shield, and so they have their own Lanturn in the back, allowing me to go for another Trailblaze here against the opponent with our Greedent, getting some nice damage on them and still reaching that Body Slam. But nope, they decide to go for a charge move before, knock me out with that Surf, and this is going to be sadly not really ideal for us, because as you're gonna see, they gotta still have a shield disadvantage, but they try to catch the move on the Gligar, didn't work out for them. I don't get my extra fast move. By the way, the game is insanely laggy for me still. Could be my Wi-Fi, to be fair. I know that everybody has like this lag or whatever, but I think for me it's extremely bad now, because I currently have to work on my phone Wi-Fi with everything currently, because I only get my Wi-Fi for my new home here in 4 days, so it's a little bit awkward. Anyway, final battle for today. Oh, look at this, Alolan Sandslash again in the lead. Alolan Sandslash is definitely one of the worst Pokemon to face with this team, especially if they're running Powder Snow, because Powder Snow makes the matchup worse from our lead and also way worse for our Greedent here. As we don't have Crunch, we don't have anything to hit them with neutral damage, so I'm fairly certain that Snots is running Crunch on the Greedent. I think it does make more sense on this team for sure. Also, looking at the Trevenant here coming in, it definitely does make sense against this one as well. Also, kind of interesting that the opponent is completely weak to Talonflame so far. I'm kind of curious if there's going to be something in the back that is going to be good against Talonflame, because otherwise it's going to be an instant loss so far, because like Talonflame completely shreds through both of the Pokemon from the opponent. But we have to find out. Let's see. Body Slam going to still connect here. The opponent can go for a Seed Bomb. The opponent can still go for a Shadow Ball against our Dragonite. It's not really that ideal for us at all, as we're forced to go for a shield. Like, there's nothing else I can do about it. And my only hope is basically to catch like an Ice Punch on my little fish here in the back. I'm not too sure. Like, honestly, it's going to be such a tough one for me. It's going to be, of course, the Sandslash. I tried to catch the move, didn't work out. I don't think they actually had the energy either. I think I don't know, just wanted to swap out. But, yeah, Drillbun coming through. They're going to be able to shield up the Surf for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a tough one. We're going to try to go for the full farm down, but of course it's not going to work out since the Spark got nerfed. And we just have to hope that we can still farm them down maybe afterwards here, before they can go for another charge move, which does not work out, but this is just going to be the Ice Punch, which we can still survive. In the back, it is going to be a Pokemon that I actually would have liked to have against my Lanturn, which is going to be the Pelipper, but sadly, yeah, because just kinda got walled again this battle, there's not a lot that I can do here. The opponent goes for the Weather Ball, totally fine. And as you're gonna see, sadly we're not going to be able to do enough damage to really knock them out with that Dragon Claw. But this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you then. Bye bye.